So recently, I was reached out to by a company that sells 3D printer filament, asking if I would do a test and review on their product. That company is called Kinluot, and they currently offer filament in various colors of PLA and PETG. They sent me this spool of red PLA for an unbiased review, and it just so happens that I'm trying to organize and need to print out a few things. Now, much like myself, you're probably wondering what in the Chinese is a Kinluot, and you'd be surprised to know that a quick stop off at the Oogly Googly shows that Kinluot is actually a Finnish word that loosely translates to you create, which I thought was kind of cool. You can see here that the spool is packaged and vacuum sealed very well. There's recommendations for printing speed and temperature printed clearly on the spool, as are a weight and length scale to kind of give you an idea of how much filament you have left. You can also see that the layers are wound uniformly so that there's less chance of tangling or snags. The box comes with recommendations for printing temperatures and speeds for various filament, but I only know of their PLA and PETG product, so I'm kind of guessing that there are other materials slated to be added in the future. A quick glance at their official Amazon page shows that they're currently running a sale for 2 packs for $29.99, and if you look at the single roll price, it sits at about $15.99, with an additional promotion available. If you purchase 3 items from their page, you will get an additional 8% discount. So for my testing, I'm going to use my PLA Plus settings in Prusa Slicer because the recommendations on the spool for this filament are a little higher than standard PLA, which puts my print temperatures right in the middle of their recommended numbers. So thank you, Kinluot, for the spool of filament. I'm going to start by printing out a few test prints, and then I'll print out a few things that I need for around the house because we all know how much I love printing boats. So I'm going to start off with a calibration cube just to make sure that my slicer settings are correct and that my temperatures are right. And we'll see that the finish is very good. It's nice and shiny. My bottom layer pouring right here. So all in all, the settings look like they're okay, so I can continue on with my other tests. Here I'm printing out a battery tray for some AA batteries. It's 2 pieces, and they are joined together by a dovetail. I found this on Thingiverse. But again, you can see the finishes are very nice. Top layer looks good. I didn't have any special settings for that. Here I'll switch out to my Neptune 3 and test it with a direct drive extruder instead of the Bowden. I'm printing out one of the tubes for one of the parts that I sell on my Etsy page. And again, you can see that the finishes come out nice and shiny. Everything seems to print well. The layers bonded together very nicely. There's no stringing on the inside of the tube. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. So the final part I'm going to print out is this earbud holder. I've actually printed out a couple of these and I really like them. I found it on Thingiverse. It's not a creation of my own design, but I really do like the way that these work. It's print in place. There's 2 parts to it. There's an inner piece that spins and an outer piece that retains the wire. And as you can see, the printed result is very good. The finishes all look nice. It bonded together very well. The centerpiece did not stick. The underside had a little bit of a first layer lift in the one corner, but the part still works perfectly, so I'm happy with the result. So considering the fact that it's just filament, I don't have any astronomically mind-blowing takeaways, but it does seem like a very good and budget-friendly PLA. It does stay pretty dry. I've had it on my machine for over a week now, and in between prints, it's been a better part of a few days, and there's no signs of moisture contamination or bubbling, anything like that. There is no stringing with this material with my current setup. I printed on both machines with no major issues. I do need to clean my PEI sheet, obviously. The spool itself is more eco-friendly because it's made of cardboard. But if you're the type of person that uses the plastic spools for other things, then it's not as eco-friendly because eventually it will degrade and you have to throw it away. The price per spool is pretty reasonable with the current pricing, but the Amazon sale page I actually admittedly recorded twice, and they do seem to change their pricing model pretty often, but ultimately the prices do remain around the same. I will be using this filament for more tests coming soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for that. So that being said, that'll about wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Drop me some comments down below if you've tried this filament and what your experiences are. And if you know anybody who might be interested in this video, make sure you share it because sharing is caring. If you have any ideas for upcoming videos, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to get to them. I do have a lot of things in the works right now. I've got a couple of videos that I'm not going to give away, but I do think that people will find them interesting. So stay tuned for those. And once again, thank you to all of my catnip contributors, both past, present, and future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.